Good afternoon. Welcome to Mid-Cap Radar live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studio. I'm Sonal Bhutra. With me as always is Vivek Iyer. What a day, what a start to the December series. It's almost a 300-point uptick on the Nifty as we speak. We are above that 26,150 mark comfortably. Mid-caps, they've slightly come off from the highs of the day, no two ways about it, but the advance decline ratio in favor of the advances. But at a point in time, the ratio was much higher in favor of the advances. So watch out for that because market breadth has been an issue for the markets for a week now.
That's right. Good afternoon, Sonal. But we started off, like you mentioned, the December series on a very strong note. A bit of a moderation from the day's high, but it's important to see, especially in the last couple of hours, as we've seen in the last few days, the advance decline ratio, or the breadth, has declined significantly or deteriorated significantly in the second half. But we have a lot lined up on the show, an important corporate conversation as well. So let's start off with the top headlines. Stocks make a big push higher with advances outpacing declines by a wide margin. Metals, PSU banks and consumer durables lead the charge. Mid-caps gain in line.
HEG gains after its promoter buys 0.35% stake in the company. Management tells CNBC-TV18 that the demerger is in the process of getting SEBI approval. Stock is up nearly 3% in trade.
MCX is among the top F&O gainers today and has crossed the 10,000 rupees per share mark for the first time. In a CNBC-TV18 exclusive, CEO Praveena Rai says she expects to build MCX capacity to process 10 billion orders a day.
SMS Pharma up over 15% in trade today after the FDA approves reformulated ranitidine tablets from its associate company VKT Pharma in 150 and 300 mg strengths. The approval marks re-entry of the acid reflux drug into the US market. Okay, all right, those are the top headlines. The market has actually taken another leap, so it's almost up 300 points as we speak. The Nifty is up 1.13%. The mid-caps, they are also largely in line with the benchmarks. The Bank Nifty also contributing fair bit to the market as well. Other than that, all the sectoral indices, they are in the green as we speak, and mid-caps, they continue to be on our radar. A lot of up move across major sectors.
That's right. And Sonal, just a while ago, our sister channel, CNBC Awaaz, had put out an exclusive saying that there could be a development coming in as far as the rare earth magnet issue is concerned. And post that, quite a few of those stocks are in focus and have seen a bit of an up move. Have a look at a name like GMDC. You always associate that name with the rare earth developments. Also, some of the auto stocks, look at names like Sona BLW, Bharat Forge, even a Bajaj Auto, who has consistently mentioned that being a significant issue. All of these stocks have moved higher in the session today. But moving on, it's a good time for a quick technical check on the market. Jay Thakkar from ICICI Securities joins us. Jay, good afternoon. It's been a strong start to the December series. Do you feel, from the current levels, we can move higher?
Hi to you, Vivek, and very good afternoon to you, Sonal. Yeah, of course, a very good day to start, and the December series has a very, very good start. And the first reason I'll tell you, Vivek, is that coming into the December series, what rollover has clearly indicated is that the FIs have significantly reduced their index long short positions, so which stood at around 1.7 lakh crore. Vivek, and directly on the day of expiry, when you see the rollover data, you come to know that the index shorts have been reduced to 95,000 contracts. So there was almost 75,000 contracts that didn't get rolled, and those were covered. And the rollover actually had fallen to 68%, which generally you find at 75 to 82% kind of rollover happening in Nifty, which actually saw this time around at 68%. That was point one. And point two is that Bank Nifty also did see, the similar kind of short covering. So both of these indices have seen the short covering happening on the last day of the expiry. 70% is where the rollover of the Bank Nifty had happened. And interestingly, what was quite noteworthy on the options front, was that Bank Nifty 58,500 to 58,000 always acted as a very crucial support for the November series and for the start of the December series as well. 58,500 acted as a very crucial support wherein you had the highest put base, and on the upside there was almost no call base until 60,000. So you still have room for almost 500 points from here on as well. So Bank Nifty still don't have much of resistance, at least until 60,000 levels. And I think that the kind of breakout which we have seen coming in Nifty as well today, I think is heading towards 26,500 on an immediate basis. So our view in the short term continue to remain positive, and with this kind of a breakout and with this kind of rollover data, as well as the FI decreasing their short position on the index, as well as India mix slipping sharply in past 2 days, clearly signals a short term uptrend in the markets. Hence, I have two buy recommendations. Vivek. As a disclaimer, I would say that those can be recommended to clients as well. The first buy recommendation is on Tata LXI from the IT front. I think post the MSCI reject, the selling pressure here would be reduced. So Tata LXI trading around the levels of 2050 to 30. I think this can be bought for a target of 5,500, and with a stop loss of 5,100. And second buy recommendation of mine would be on Bajaj Auto. Bajaj Auto from the auto pack seems to be looking bullish. It has provided a breakout, and we can see a short covering rally happening here. The stock can reach towards the levels of 9,500 until 9,000 levels ahead. So one from the auto pack and one from the IT pack.
All right, take that point. Thank you so much, Jeff, for joining in as always. So those are some technical bets. The market at the day's high, and so with that, we'll slip into a short break. When we come back, we'll get chatting with the management of MapMy India or CE Infosystems on the other side to discuss their partnership with Zoho and the outlook from here on. Welcome back. MapMy India has announced partnership with Zoho CRM for location intelligence. What this means for the company and what is the outlook going forward? Let's get in Rakesh Verma, who is the CMD and co-founder of the company, to discuss more. Mr. Verma, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. Can you give us a sense and quantify the opportunity? How many Zoho CRM customers are addressable because of this? What kind of conversion rates are you targeting because of this partnership that you've entered into?
Thank you for calling me on your show. Well, Zoho's CRM, as far as India is concerned, that's what we are working with them closely through the agreement that we have. What is a typical CRM from anyone or from Zoho's perspective? Their customers are all spread across the country, or they keep getting new customers. So our address system, which is part of our platform, gets integrated with Zoho CRM. And what that leads to is Zoho's customers or Zoho as a company, both can take advantage of it. Zoho's customers can see, okay, somebody has gone to McDonald's or some customer MapMy India, and then they can see who are the other customers close by. So it's a series of things that this location intelligence that provides to Zoho. Your question is related to how many customers. The Zoho's customers, they will it is their part to see that they are using the addressing system from MapMy India.
Right. So, Mr. Verma, as a follow-up to that, so does this now make you the default Maps partner? So if a Zoho customer is using that particular app, are you the default map partner? Is Mappls the default map partner, or is this a non-exclusive agreement and they can continue to use other rivals, maybe like a Google Maps?
No, hopefully we are the default partners.
So there's no clarity on that?
Well, that's, there's a business understanding always. I mean, Google may play a role with Zoho worldwide. I'm talking about India.
Okay, so in India, you're exclusive partners. Is it fair to say that and correct to say that?
Well, that's my understanding.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Verma, I also want to understand. So this is Mappls platform location intelligence adoption, that has been onboarded by one particular partner, which is Zoho. So I want to understand, especially given the fact that you have a target of reaching close to 1,000 crore revenues by FY28. Are you in talks with other players, especially when you're looking at players from the BFSI space, the logistics space, and from this particular vertical, what is the kind of revenue contribution you're expecting going forward as well?
Well, you use the right name, BFSI. We are already doing a lot of work with BFSI. Now, bringing this partnership with Zoho, Zoho also has its own financial systems. And it will be a natural flow where we will be able to move through, or Zoho can take advantage of our location intelligence related to address. And I see a very good opportunity for our business to grow in the financial sector in the near future also.
So, Mr. Verma, then can you put a number to that in that 1,000 crore target that you have from FY28? If there is an indication of how much Zoho will be contributing, will you look at more partnership with Zoho? And, I wanted to understand, when do you see the synergies coming in from this partnership? Will it be as soon as FY26, or will you wait till FY27 to see the numbers trickling in?
I think we should start seeing very soon, but FY26 is almost going to be over in 3-4 months. So by the time the revenue starts kicking in, it will happen in FY27, 28. And let me also say, Zoho is not the only partnership we have. I think we have so many partners across every vertical. But this CRM entry for MapMyIndia is also very good. And I would say it will help our business grow. I think you're showing about this 1,000 crore and how much we will have business with Zoho. That individual customer-wise, we never talk about, because if we have reached almost like a 500 crores last year, that's built up over multiple customers. So Zoho will also become an important player in our achieving that 1,000 crore target.
Just then give us a sense of, then let me put it this way. Of course, it's not client-wise. Trying to understand the CRM opportunity overall for you from different clients. How big could that be?
I will not say just CRM. I will say location intelligence.
Yeah, location
That's
intelligence.
a better word. Okay, location intelligence can go into non-CRM also. So what we are expecting is from location intelligence business, it's very widespread. And that's the core of our business. See, if 30 years back or 25 years back, we thought that location will be the key driver for any businesses or for government or for consumer, which led to our making the digital maps, which led to bringing the addresses. So this is the sequence in which things are going. And I'm happy that we are participating with Zoho. Coming to a number, I'm sure this number will be in 3 digits. As far as the pure location intelligence is concerned, I'm not talking just about Zoho.
Right. Mr. Verma, the other question is, we've spoken in depth about the B2B part of the business. Let's discuss a little bit about the B2C adoption. We understand Mapple's app now has close to 40 million downloads. So MapMyIndia, how are you looking, number one, to monetize this either via revenue model or an ad revenue model, or do you also plan to have some sort of subscription fees that can help monetize that aspect?
I think you asked a good question. Mapple's app is our flagship product, which what it does to our B2B business or B2B customers, they get more strength and they get more convinced that the app is driven based on the platform which is running it. So while the 40 million may go up to 50 million, 60 million, 100 million, we are hoping and we are planning direct revenue from that app itself. And you said both the things. One, the subscription, the other is the ad. Nothing stops us from going into that. But if you ask me today, I'll not be able to talk about it. Maybe if you ask me 3-4 months later, I'll be able to share some more information.
Okay. Mr. Verma, lastly, what is the kind of visibility you have, especially from government projects? There has been a keen interest shown by the government in terms of actually having a lot of these apps, especially which carry sensitive data. Are you in talks with government? Any kind of projects that you've received from them?
Well, one we already announced it, the Survey of India.
Right.
That's the pure government.
Right.
And we are setting up the platform for them, which will go, which they will be able to provide the entire data of India coming from different sources, hundreds of government agencies through that platform. So that's the kind of a work which we are doing, which is unique. Just like think of Aadhaar, the way it was set up, UPI and others. This is the geospatial part of the government's initiative, which we are doing for, which we are doing for Survey of India. So this is how, as far as the government business is concerned, in general, let me say it very clearly, we are a platform product player. We are not a typical services player in the government business.
We take that point, Mr. Verma. Thank you so much for joining us and patiently explaining this new opportunity for the company and a lot more aspects about the business as well. That's the word coming in from MapMa India. With that, we'll slip into a short break. When we come back, we'll get you more on the markets and stock-specific action. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Mid-Cap Radar. Well, this is our special segment, Mid-Cap Spotlight. Vinny will focus on SMS Pharma. Vinny, over to you.
Hi, so SMS Pharma today is buzzing away in trade. Why? Because the US FDA has approved ranitidine tablets in 2 strengths for its associate company. Now, this drug has re-entered the market after 5 years, reapproval after the safety testing that has come in and manufacturing changes that were there. Previously, the concern was on NDMA impurities. What are NDMA impurities? These are some of these factors or some of these content that come into these tablets which probably could cause cancer in humans, and that is why there was a concern in terms of these impurities. Now, obviously, that means they've managed to actually control these impurities. While 2 reasons why the stock is buzzing. Not many players are being able to control these NDMA impurities that are there. And the other reason is when you look at the market size of this in the US, this is in the US, right? So $400 million is approximately the market size. Yes, there are a lot of players who are there here, 30 approximate players are there. But what analysts believe that each player will still manage to earn at least $2 to $3 million. And that is why the drug becomes important for SMS Pharma, given at a time when not everyone is able to control this NDMA impurities that are there.
Oh.
That is why stock is up.
Okay, 18% higher. It's a one-way move on SMS Pharma. Important drug relaunch in the market approved by the US FDA. Let's talk about the other stock on our radar, AGI Greenpack, looking to do a fundraise. Yash is joining in with more details. Yash?
Well, it's a large fundraise as far as AGI Greenpack is concerned. The size of the fundraise is expected to be about 800 crore for the company. As far as the breakup of this fundraise, which will happen through a QIP is concerned, the base issue is expected to be about 500 crore with an option to upsize of another 300 crore, putting together about 800 crore expected to be raised by AGI Greenpack. Now, as far as the usage of the funds, that is this 800 crore is concerned, that is expected to be used towards a new beer bottle manufacturing plant that is expected to come up in Madhya Pradesh. The investor roadshows and meetings for this particular large fundraise for AGI Greenpack are already underway, and the QIP could be launched as early as in the coming month, that is in the month of December itself. Why is this large? About 800 crore. The company's market cap is about 5,000 crore rupees, and to that the company now looks to raise about 800 crore through this QIP issue.
Well, thank you so much, Yash, for joining us and giving us all the details on this exclusive development that you're picking up from your sources. Well, with that, it's all the time we have on this edition of Mid-Cap Radar. Your stocks when we return.